Of course, ambitious, intelligent, beautiful, aspirational, and exciting are just some of the adjectives to use to describe my guest here. She's known as Gemma Feare. Yeah, I don't know if I get it correct, but with that beautiful voice, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself to me.
Of course.
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
I am Gemma Feare, the current Miss Jamaica UK 2012 to 2013.
That's
Thank you for
beautiful.
having me on the
That's
show
beautiful.
today.
That's beautiful. Tell me, the first thing I must ask you, how are you feeling to be on the program today? What's the
Honoured,
vibe you're on?
honoured. Honestly, I love coming down to community TV and radio stations and getting involved because, my parentage is of course of a Jamaican background and actually from Westmoreland, and also growing up in the UK, I had a very close-knit Caribbean community, so I know the importance of community channels and how people tune into these things. So yeah, it's definitely a privilege to be here today.
It's a privilege also to interviewing such a beautiful lady. Of course, she's of course reigning Miss Jamaica UK 2012 to 2013, and of course traveled the world, won awards, survived the 2005 tsunami, and all of those stuff. Of course, she's been there and done that. And what can you say about, of course, as a beauty queen, as a presenter? Presenter for what?
Yeah, I have. I've had some extensive experience. As you said, some may say I've been there, done that, but there's a lot more for me to do. And we should always, as people, grow, expand, evolve, and take what we can from the people and the opportunities that are available. But yeah, I have presenting experience. I actually only started presenting last year, just after I finished studying. I last year graduated with a first class honours in business management with commercial law in London.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and presenting, I love people. That's really what it comes down to, and I love talking to people, finding out some, about them and their background and how they got to where they are today, that sort of thing. So for me, I've thoroughly enjoyed presenting, and my first experience was the BAFTA Awards in the UK, which is the Black Entertainment, Fashion, Film, Television and Arts Awards. And we're also launching BAFTA Caribbean, which I'm so proud to announce here, this year in July in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
So I always think Jamaica's the Mecca for the Caribbean anyway. I
The
come here,
Mecca.
absolutely. I come here every year without doubt, every year of my life. My father, he lives in Jamaica also. And to set up BAFTA Caribbean here will bring Jamaica some really quality exposure, because BAFTA's big in the UK, the USA, and they're setting it up in Africa and that kind of thing. So not only am I their ambassador, but I'll be hosting BAFTA Caribbean this year as well.
I've been talking about you on my radio program coming down today.
Yeah.
A lot of persons out there expecting you, looking right now and say, this is the lady that we're waiting for so long. And as a presenter, as you suggested, what would you feel doing it for the first time?
Oh, well, to be honest with you, the first time I presented, I wasn't expecting it at all. I went down to the award show. I was given a mic quite like this, and they said, right, this is your opportunity. Go forth and, exploit it. And I was on the red carpet and interviewing, loads of different stars and celebrities. Yeah, it was a red carpet event. Fortunately, I was dressed for the occasion. But for me, there are so many opportunities out there, and when they're on, I believe that people, particularly young people, you can create your own opportunities.
I like
Absolutely. I'm an aspiring entrepreneur. I'd love to have my own business in the future. And those sorts of things, you create, as I said, a job for yourself, but also you can create jobs for others.
You can.
There's a lot to be done, and there's so much potential in Jamaica.
Again, there's so much acts that you covers. You also, as a mentor, tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Mentoring's always been important to me. I think it comes from the compassionate nature that I have, that has come from my mother ultimately. I think she's very caring, very loving.
Wow.
She works in hospitals, and she has a lot to give. So in alignment with that, I've always been involved in giving back, and I've been actively involved in the community in the UK, especially among at-risk, vulnerable young people, in terms of getting them back on track or helping them to see their future and their aspirations and working towards their own dreams and goals. Since I've been in Jamaica, I've done a lot over here as well in terms of mentoring.
Beautiful.
I went down to Mustard Seed Children's Home and got involved there.
Oh, that's in Kingston.
Yeah.
Roots FM.
Yeah, I did Roots FM as well. And I went down to Trench Town Denham Town Basic School. Yesterday I was doing some mentoring at the Women's Centre as well. So yeah, I'm loving it. I am.
I can see that. I can see you're loving it and you're full joy in it. Not ending the joy, no, full of joy. All right. So much acts, and as an ambassador, tell us also a little bit about as an ambassador.
I think for me, before I became Miss Jamaica UK, I always represented Jamaica anyway. As I say, I've been coming here every year. And I've been fortunate enough to travel the world through those opportunities that I spoke about earlier. You know, I've lived in Thailand, I've been to Canada acting, and I've been to Australia and New Zealand to play sports and stuff. But for me, Jamaica is my favourite place, and I still come here every year. So there's a lot of potential here, as I said, and investment opportunities, and I'm always encouraging people from the UK to come back. Particularly Jamaicans in the UK, because some of them don't have that rootsy connection, or they don't know their heritage, or they're not proud of their heritage. So
okay, I love that.
Yeah, I try and get them to identify, connect, and come back and give back to the island. You know,
and that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah,
and of course, this month is the Reggae Month and the African Month, Black History Month right here. It's a good time to have a beautiful African princess right here, of course, beauty queen. Tell us a little bit about, as a beauty queen, what's the feelings, what kind of feeling that this have brought them to you as a beauty queen?
Okay, well, as I said, I graduated in November, and for me, academics was always the most important thing.
Yes.
My parents instilled that in me from a young age, that, you know, I must get the qualifications that I need and have brains behind the beauty, because, you know, beauty is only going to attract the attention, but you really need to keep people interested.
Yes.
And that is a young message for the females out there as well. So, you know, it's not just all about beauty and looks, because it comes from within. And I believe it's made up of intellect, personality, brains, that sort of thing. So for me, I wasn't really looking for beauty pageants, and, you know, the opportunity just came about. I went for it, as I said. And I ended up winning on the 1st of December 2012, so I'll be reigning throughout 2013, right to the very end of the year. And yeah, it was exciting, it was thrilling, I wasn't sure what to expect. The swimsuit part was very, very nerve-wracking. But it was fun. Yeah. It was so much fun.
So much fun. Have to be, because I can see you full joy in every minute of it. I can look at you and see just enjoyment, you know? Oh, enjoyment. You want to go and tell us a little bit about the actor?
I would love to, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay.
As a beauty queen, do you ever do any little part of acting in the competition? Acting in a part in the competition? Or in a movie, or what type of
I would love to do some film in the future. I would love to. But I've mainly done theatre, and the theatre that I did was sort of before being a beauty queen. But yeah, as I said, I'd be open to do a lot more while I am a beauty queen. But yeah, I represent Great Britain, you know, I'm a member of the National Youth Theatre of Great Britain, so I was involved in some of the Olympic ceremonies and that sort of thing. That was really great, and I was so proud to represent Jamaica in my acting as well. That was so much fun.
Tell us a little bit about that. What was it like?
I think it was the atmosphere, really, that really got to me. We did a performance called Welcoming the World at the National Theatre, which is one of the biggest acting platforms in the UK. Yeah, and there were just so many people, all different, you know, races, nationalities, ages, genders, you name it. So it was fantastic to see everyone come together to support what we were about as young people in the Olympics. So it was great.
I love it. It is great to have you right here. Yeah, go out there and get it. You can if you just try. This part of the program brought to you by Portland Cooperative Credit Union, moving ahead and serving you and you better. Even picnic in a prom. We do have one of the beautifulest ladies in the world. She's international, not just local. And of course, we're going to be looking at, of course, some of the background. We look at the beauty. We're going to be asking you, how old are you? You're looking very young. How old are you?
I am. I'm at the beginning of my journey. I'm 21 years old.
You're just 21. At this young and tender age, to be wearing so much caps. Is this pressuring for you? What is it like to be wearing so much caps? You're an ambassador, you're a presenter, you're a young graduate, you're an actor, you're a beauty queen, you name it.